We have to go further, and we have to involve also civil protection, military, fire brigades, because alone we cannot do this work. And it has to be safe during the emergencies, because if we don't do it now, it's lost forever. There was a very strong civil society force in Ukraine.
Key words here are cooperation and coordination, and also complementarity.
Hello and welcome to Ukraine in Flames, a special project by Ukraine Media Centre and NGO Your Atlantic Course, and I'm your host, Matt Wickham. In this episode, we'll discuss how the Netherlands will help Ukrainians protect their cultural heritage. Vanessa, Fraga Prol, the Cultural Emergency Response Head of Programmes, explained that the Black Sea Hub differs from others, as it was created due to war, not natural disasters. She stressed that the need for broad cooperation with cultural institutions and authorities to protect heritage, involving emergency services and the military, is crucial, she tells, to ensure cultural assets are preserved during war.
Yes, so the Black Sea Hub is very different from the other four in the sense that the other four have been created because of natural hazards. So, for instance, in the Caribbean and Central American region, they have a lot of problems due to volcano eruptions, to hurricane season. In the Western Balkans, it's mainly floodings. So again, it's natural hazards. The only one that could be comparable maybe to the Black Sea region is the one created in the Levant, because that was created after the blast in the port. So it was a man-made hazard, and they have been also in continuous conflict. But this has been the first hub that has been created in a war situation. So partners here, civil society, have gathered a lot of knowledge, and they have a huge challenge because they have to continue responding to the needs that are created by all the damage that brings the war. But still, like Igor really well mentioned, this is an initiative that has to be horizontally but also vertical. So one of the big challenges is horizontally how to reach as many institutions, cultural institutions as possible, so they can benefit of the knowledge and the support, because the cultural heritage system is an ecosystem that is not only about national heritage, but is also about private collections. So it's broader than what we can imagine. Is archives, is libraries, is museums, is monuments, is sites. So all these people have to be gathered and understand how to better protect heritage. But we have to go further, and we have to involve also civil protection, military, fire brigades, because alone we cannot do this work. So we have to gather all the people that are very knowledgeable in emergency response and try to speak the same language, try to go and work together. And also we need vertical support. We need the authorities to understand that it's really important to translate everything that we are doing in policies, in legislation. And we also need the society to understand that culture is really crucial and important, and it has to be safe during the emergencies, because if we don't do it now, is lost forever.
Vanessa highlighted the strong role of civil society in Ukraine since the full-scale invasion, emphasizing grassroots initiatives' transformative power. She noted the importance of advocacy from those on the ground who understand local needs and communicate them to both national and local authorities.
Since the full-scale invasion, we saw that there was a very strong civil society force in Ukraine. And this is also very healthy if we think about democracies as well. So grassroots initiatives that have this transformative power. And I think it's really crucial that changes come from the people that are on the ground, the people that understand the needs, and they translate this not only to the Ministry of Culture, right, but also to local authorities, to municipalities, who at the end of the day are also custodians of the heritage of those places and regions. So I think there is a lot of advocacy power in these organizations that are really connected to the problems, and they are working day and night to solve these issues. So the most important thing is we unite our voices here locally, and we also will try to do it internationally. And I'm really grateful also that our government from the Netherlands is here present with us, because it's really important to hear from the people that are suffering the problems, what are the needs.
Robert Quarles van Ufford, head of the Department of Cultural Cooperation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands, is next. He emphasized the importance of cooperation and coordination and the addressing Ukraine's immense cultural preservation challenges, highlighting that the Black Sea Hub platform enables civil society, international partners, and the Ukrainian government to unite for common goals.
To say a few words on the opening of the Black Sea Hub. For us, it's a very important occasion. On behalf of Government of the Netherlands, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the International Cultural Cooperation Department, we have been supporting our key partners in Ukraine, coordinated by Dutch-based NGO SER. The key words here are cooperation and coordination, and also complementarity. As was mentioned before, the resources are scarce, whereas the challenges are immense at the moment. And if in a platform such as this Black Sea Hub initiative, key partners from civil society can work together with the international community, with as much as possible strong involvement of the government of Ukraine, then we get to a situation where there is more joint hands in realizing the common objectives that we all stand for. And the government of Ukraine has said very clearly recently in the Vilnius call for action, in a conference organized jointly by the government of Lithuania and the government of Ukraine last June, that it gives high priority to the strengthening of the cultural sector in Ukraine, both representatives from the Ministry of Culture and representatives from the Office of the Prosecutor General, as well as representatives from the Office of the President, have confirmed that. And in that context, I would also like to bear out what Mr. Ihor Poshevalio said earlier about the Hague Convention of 1954, which this year is commemorated its 70th anniversary and is an international treaty that couldn't be more contemporary than ever, given all the international conflict and war in Ukraine in particular. So if we can, by this platform, by this initiative, also work on with all the civil society organizations that are connected to it, to provide the data, to provide the forensic data that was mentioned also earlier by Mr. Vashili here, how to collect that with teams in the field that can provide information at a later stage, also after the war, hopefully, when we come to terms in accountability, what is happening here and what has happened. And of course also we facilitate in The Hague, in the Netherlands, the registry on war crimes. And as you all know now, cultural war crimes against culture are also war crimes that are brought forward to this new registry in The Hague. So also in that context and in the context of the Hague Convention, this is very important what's happening here and what is launched here today.
You've been watching the special project by Ukraine Media Center and NGO Euro-Atlantic course dedicated to the Russia-Ukrainian war, Ukraine in Flames. In the description under this video, you can find more information on how you can help Ukraine fight Russian aggression. If you find our work useful, please like and share this video. Slava Ukraini.